Alrighty then, let's talk about the Pistons getting Luke Walton and also speak on them adding Nate Burleson's older brother to the staff. Also, they got rid of Steven Styles, or the coach they got from Houston. I'll talk about that. Um, so the Pistons hire Luke Walton. I know we're a little bit late on this Saturday. Um, yeah, but here we go. It says the Pistons are hiring Luke Walton to join JB's bigger staff, coaching staff, as the lead assistant. According to Athletic Shams, as noted by Shams, Walton has spent the last 2 seasons serving as assistant coach in Cleveland under his bigger staff, so that makes sense. Walton played in the NBA for the Lakers from 2003 to 2012 and spent 12 and 13 season with the Cavs before retiring. He then enjoyed a brief stint as assistant coach for the University of Memphis and then the now South Bay Lakers of the G League. Walton got his first NBA coaching job in 2014 as an assistant for the Warriors for 2 seasons. He helped the organization win title in 2014-15 and earned the all-time best 73-9 record in 15-16, filling in as Golden State's interim head coach as the start of 15-16 season while Curry recovered from back surgery. Walton led the Warriors to 24-game winning streak and 39-4 overall. He was hired by the Lakers in the following season as a first-time head coach. Under the Lakers, he went 98-148 in 3 years under Walton. After leaving the Lakers, Walton was hired as the head coach in Sacramento, where he won 68 games in a little bit more than 2 seasons. In all, Walton owns a 166, 241 record as head coach. One thing I respect about him is he one of the few coaches that stood up to LeBron, and that's why he actually got fired. For those who don't know, he was allowing Lonzo and Brandon Ingram to bring the ball up the court and take the ball out of LeBron's hands so he can develop Lonzo Ball and Brandon Ingram, and then that's pretty much when LeBron really started taking over. And basically, they got rid of Luke Walton. So any coach that stood up to LeBron, called him out, usually got the boot. All right. So yeah, that's so I always admired him for standing up to LeBron and playing the youngins. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I always respected about him. So but yeah, I think it's a good move for them. Just because you don't succeed as a head coach in the beginning, don't mean you won't continue to succeed at some point. Sometimes, our first try rarely is our best try, our greatest try. And if this is your greatest try, your first try is probably probably ain't gonna be too good at it unless you're just a natural. So, but you know, nonetheless, I like to pick up. I know they kept Jared Jack on the coaching staff because he's coaching the G League team. So yeah, I mean, I like some of the things that they've done. I like some of the things that they've done, and building his coaching staff, and Luke Walton has showed that he is really one of them dudes who's willing to develop his people, develop his young players, despite a guy like LeBron James. That tells me a lot. That tells me a lot about him. So yeah, and rest in power to his dad. His pops passed away. Throw it down, big fella, throw it down. He was the last person to lead the Portland Trailblazers to a championship. Yeah, some people might have forgot that. His dad was really good. The one on the Boston Celtics, he was kind of had knee issues. He wasn't the same Bill Walton, but Bill Walton in his prime, I mean, UCLA, they had a hell of a basketball factory for centers. So Walton, Kareem, I mean, it was a big fella factory coming through there. Georgetown had they run too, Alonzo, Mutombo, Ewing. I mean, we can keep going on and on, but Walton, really, really good. He was a solid pro. I think he could be a great coach in this league, to be honest. If you got the ball standing to LeBron, and some of the organizations he went to was in transition too. You got to remember that as well too. So, yeah. But here we go right here. Let's switch over. Former Rocky coach reportedly leaves Detroit. Former Houston Rocky coach Silas, is not expected to remain top assistant for Detroit. He was a top assistant last year. Obviously, JB was going to bring in his own guy. Soon, the Detroit Lions will finalize the coach staff under JB Bickerstaff, according to Athletics James Edwards III. Former Houston Rocket head coach Steven Silas is not expected to be part of the staff. Silas is reportedly no longer with the team. Last offseason, found himself searching for a new home. After spending 3 seasons as the head coach of the Rockets, he was let go of the 22-60 season. When the Pistons moved on from Dwayne Casey, hiring Phoenix Suns head coach Monty Williams to take over, Silas was brought in to join the Pistons as the top assistants, and it did not work. We don't need to read the rest of them. It did not work at all. It was horrible. I don't know. I know the coaching staff looked pretty promising. I think Jerry Jack still with the team. It looked very promising, and then it just went off the rockers. So I don't really know, what went wrong, or where the whole situation of it was at, man. So, um, um, so, but But yeah, it didn't really work out for him. But seemed to be a nice guy. Hopefully, fall on his feet and get another opportunity to be a head coach, because those opportunities don't come around too often in the National Basketball Association, especially for minorities. So wish him nothing but the best, man. Honestly. Um, but yeah, let's finish off with Nate Burleson's brother. Uh, he was a Detroit Lion, Nate Burleson. People forget he had the situation with the peace incident, and his career pretty much fizzled a little bit. So after that, broke his arm trying to get a pizza. What was it? Trying to carry a pizza or something in the car. But Pistons hired brother, former Lions wide receiver. It says the Pistons are taking a page out of the book of the NFL counterpart, George Nowski. ESPN reported this week Pistons have hired Kevin Burleson as assistant under head coach J.B. Bickerstaff. Wojnarowski, knows that Burleson spent the last 2 seasons as the head coach of the Rockets G League team, and had previously assisted coaching stint with the Memphis Grizzlies and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Burleson, who had a brief playing career in the NBA with then Charlotte Bobcats, is the older brother of former NFL receiver Nate Burleson. Nate, who played for the Detroit Lions from 2010 to 13, voiced his excitement about the hire and noted that there was now another Burleson in Detroit. He said, "I'm so proud of my big brother." He said he's one of the best coaches in the game, even a better man. At Detroit Pistons, just landed one of the more beautiful basketball minds to the team. So to me, that's dope, man. When somebody say, you know, even a better man, that says a lot about more than your coaching skills and more than the skills that you bring to the table. When people talk about you and speak of you as being a great man, and great men make mistakes, nothing's personal, nothing's perfect, but that says a lot about a guy's character. When somebody say you're a great man, it says a lot. So yeah, let me know what you girls and guys think, man. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance to get notifications. We go live with our video. Financially, want to support the channel, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree, find me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, the whole nine. Check out Detroit Lions Talk, Piston Talk playlist. Peace.